Hey there, and welcome to Throw Up Thursday. I'm your host, Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc.
Well, hello, happy holidays, and welcome to Throw Up Thursday, where you come barf your problems and leave feeling much better. I am one of your hosts, Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc. I will be joined here in a minute by Olivia, one of our docs at Unorthodox. You can look us up at my website, drjjkelly.com, but let's get right into it here. All right, Olivia.
Wow.
Has been messed up this entire time. So, hey!
Hey!
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm a little tired, like everyone else on the planet right now. But I did have a good rest yesterday. We did some, as you know, Astrid and I did some delivering of Christmas presents.
Oh,
but I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to ruin it for anybody else. But
I was so bummed that I missed you guys. It was like perfectly horrible timing. We had just left the house.
Bummer.
Yeah.
The only one we did see was Jane. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
That
I won't
doesn't
say
matter.
more, but it was so like heart glowy.
Dude, lovely. So lovely. And then what else? Oh, I had a big cry with Sam yesterday. That helped.
Yeah.
Woo! I've been needing that a while. It wouldn't come.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's not ready until it's ready. Sometimes
It's
just
true. It's totally
which is annoying
true.
when you're like watching the pot boil and you're like, I
know
I need to cry, but it's just sometimes not ready until it's ready.
No, I'm not going to go stub my toe on the corner or something on purpose just to get it to, bring it like naturally working through our emotions. So, did you see this card from Allie? Did everybody get this card?
I got a different card, but I did get a card.
It's pop-up. What?
That's sick. Allie was sweet and she like crossed out all the Christmas and was like, Happy Hanukkah, sorry.
Oh,
I did celebrate Christmas too, but I appreciated the inclusivity.
Yes. It's so nice. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you, Torben. Oh, I want to add this.
Oh,
see this space kitty?
Yeah.
And he like made this earring. Can you see this? It's got like a little astronaut on it.
That's
like
so
swinging.
sick.
I know. Who makes that? I can't make that.
What a good group of people we
I
have.
know.
Who know how to use their emotional intelligence skills in order to give, which you can too. Maybe this year for Christmas, gift yourself the best gift you can, which is DBT.
It is DBT.
drjjkelly.com and get a free consultation because you deserve it.
Bravo, Olivia. Someone's on their way to making it on the advertising marketing team right there. Well done.
Oh my God.
Well done. Thank you. Oh my gosh. We gotta keep doing that. It's like, I can't believe how many people are like, hey, I love talking to you. They have no idea about the 8-week program that I do. I think it's my fault
to do it, but we'll get better.
What did you say?
We're doing it. Oh, it always feels so goofy to be like, oh yeah.
Totally.
But we're getting better at doing it, I think.
I think so too. I gotta just like get real about that because people not knowing what I and we do is not okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So on this program, we have questions, or you could ask questions when you're on. You could do that live in that little question box down there, or just in the comments. And until that happens, we have some prepared questions. Are people getting back to you with these or not? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So I have 2 from the docs and then some fun Christmassy stuff we can do at the end.
All right. Lay it on me.
Okay, so the first question is from Megan.
Great.
And the question is how to stay present, find wise mind, and not dissociate when you're in a constant survival mode.
Well, I have a few follow-up questions to that, but knowing some of, let's talk about what survival mode is. We do know that Megan is a new mother. And I think that that is its own thing. People disappear for like the first 2 years. So that's very specific. I think right now, a lot of people are in whatever they call their own survival mode. You know, we talk about thriving versus just surviving. Yet sometimes it's as good as it gets just to like not fight with your family members that are, you know, at Christmas time or Hanukkah or whatever. When you guys are together for the holidays, sometimes just not getting hooked and having some sort of blowout, particularly this year, I think that's a win. So the first thing to survival is something that is so obvious. It is not new what's coming out of my mouth. It's just funny how often we forget, and that is to breathe. 3 deep abdominal breaths will bring your anxiety, your anger, whatever. It'll calm your central nervous system down. So do that first. And then ask yourself, you know what? How do I want to behave according to my own values? We don't want other people to have power over us in that someone makes us act a certain way. No, I don't want anyone to have that kind of power in my life or in your lives. And emotional intelligence includes that kind of thing. Watching how people throw out their hooks to get you into their drama, their projections. They have anxiety themselves. So what do you do at Christmas? You pick a fight with the family member that's closest to you. So that happens. It definitely happens. And sometimes the best you can do is just not take the bait. And, you know, because mostly it's beneath you. It's not really about the right and wrong, except whether you are acting according to your values. And if somebody triggers you in a way that has you acting the asshole and making a balls of Christmas, then I'm sorry, that's on you. So make a decision before going in to these interactions how you want to behave. You know how it goes every year. So you got an idea of what people are going to say and what kinds of things they say that piss you off. So just don't play dumb or naive going in. Nobody says anything new any year. It's family. They say all the same shit. So just don't act like you haven't heard it before and you couldn't prepare if you really just gave it 5 minutes of thought beforehand. What do you think? What comes to mind for you?
Well, I popped out for a lot of that because my internet got annoying. But I came in right at the end when you know what's going to happen every year. And it's funny because yesterday, me and Thomas were making cookies, Christmas cookies. And right when we were like ready, or I was also making bread and I needed parchment paper. And right when I was ready to use it, I saw that the roll was empty and someone had just put it back in there. And literally 1 year ago, there was an incident where my brother was trying to make cookies and the parchment roll was empty and it was my fault apparently. And huge blow up, huge fight, and that is that the roll ran out exactly today. Yesterday, and I was starting to be like, who did this? And then I realized that it, you know, that's funny that it happened exactly on that day. And I didn't need to
because that's 30 seconds of my life I'm never going to get back. It so beautifully illustrates the ridiculous shit we get pissed off at. Like, that is so, like, I was, like, hitting Z's 10 seconds into that. Plus, I know you. I know where this is going to go. Some dumb shit that you got thought about earlier that seems like it matters right now when you know it doesn't. That's why you're laughing. It's ridiculous.
I know. That was the thing is I was like, oh, this literally happened 1 year ago. Like, this is so silly.
How great of you to catch it. That's what emotional intelligence skills gives you, is that kind of perspective of like, oh, this is funny. Like, this is not even close to worth fighting about. I can't wear this hat anymore. It keeps falling down. I don't want to deal with it.
And just because you catch it doesn't mean you don't have the initial like, kind of thought. I just want to.
It doesn't mean that you're not right or they're not wrong. Like, who gives a shit about the parchment paper? Just like name your emotions and move on for you. Not to keep the peace, not to be polite. So you are acting the dickhead over parchment paper. I don't want to lose my shit over parchment paper. I like to think of myself as a little more dignified than that. Har har. But I'd rather laugh at dumb shit than get all tweaked out for the day over that. And I'm making fun of it. At the same time, the first thing you got to do is validate the emotion.
Exactly.
And that's the only way you get to the part of laughing at it. It's be like, holy shit, that like created an instant rage in me. Wow. Wow. And it's parchment paper. So I'm going to I must be like spinning about other shit. And then you can like find that path too. Everybody's anxiety is running so high right now. It's going to give you that itchy trigger finger. So figuring that out is really useful. That's not ridiculous at all.
Yeah.
It's just if you react in that moment, you miss the opportunity to figure out what's really going on with you, which you did not miss. You got right at it, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin your day then.
No.
Good
Or
for
the
you.
cookies.
Did he get it?
Not so much.
Right.
But understandable.
Yeah.
I kind of explained it, and then as I was doing it, I was like, this isn't even really worth explaining because it's parchment paper.
No, he's got to take the 8-week beginner course to even get near that one. Yeah, it's hard to walk people back that haven't done the training, it'd be like, this is about, it's funny. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. I was like, and he was like, what? And I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm just doing it internally. I got it.
And there's freedom in that too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Good for you.
Cool. Okay, so question number 2.
Yes.
From Allie. This is a big one.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just read the whole thing and then they have a question. I'm having an internal mental struggle and it's hard to tell which is accurate or if both are accurate. The concern is that I've allowed fear and anxiety to lull me into inaction, and I think part of that is true, but I also think my not enough productivity gremlin is in there too, and a lack of self-compassion for what I've been going through. So the question is, how can I find my balanced truth around expectations for myself? I don't want to make excuses, and I also don't want to ego push myself unrealistically.
Okay, a couple of things there. Once again, I know Allie very well. So the benefit to that is, duh, dude. That second half, Avi. However, I will explain it for others, which is everybody's got to bring their bar down right now. It's the end of the year. It's winter. It's cooler. It's COVID. It's stressful. We have to just chill. We have to rest. Even though we don't live in a place with snow where you're like, that actually kind of facilitates the kind of hibernation-y thing that we need to do every year at the end of the year, just to get to a place where we can reevaluate and then, wow, what do we want to do going forward? We have to rest. And I know Allie needs some recovery physically as well. So this kind of question right now is like, I can see some like self unraveling going on there. And that means you're thinking too much. You're not letting go of things. You're probably like doing some grieving underneath that is coming out in some sort of re-traumatization of yourself. No one is doing that to you. Only you are doing that to you. And it's the time of year where a lot of grieving can happen too. So do the grieving. Be honest. I say remove activity because I think at this point, for Allie specifically, activity is serving to distract at a level that I don't think is healthy. I think that there needs to be some sitting with something because shit is not getting processed there, and there is a recovery that needs to happen. So what's going to happen then? You slow down, you start to rest, and then the gremlin comes in with worry thoughts, and it's like, you're being lazy. You're not being productive enough. Fuck all that, especially because Allie is very good at this. So fucking be good at it. Yes, of course. Lots of grieving and anniversaries. Yes, Christmas is not holly jolly for everybody. And even the joyful parts, we have both.
Yeah.
There is some grieving. There is some ending. My God, this year has been so hard. Yeah, you don't have to fake happy. And sometimes we try to outrun grief with activity. And I think that is what is going on with Ellie specifically right now. And I'm really grateful. Thank you for asking the question and being brave like that, Allie, because I've been reading your shit on our private face group and being like, uh-oh. And I cannot be the only one. I know some of you fuckers that are reading that are like, whoa. And it's tough too, because when you're the rock star that you guys are and Allie is, it is really easy to just skip over the validation of the sadness, of the anger. I mean, I think there's more going on there than anger. I think that, yes, thank you. Pink Velvet, myself. Yes. Our safe word on our group is pink velvet for when somebody's getting in their own way, but other people don't know that if they're like, leave it to JJ to kaboom, or maybe I don't want to do that. So that's what the pink velvet means. And yes, please do that, because you have all the skills in your toolbox that you need for this. You are not using them, and you know it. I know you know it too. That's the part that's fucking pissing me off a little bit, is you know this. But that's also what I like about you asking the question, because you're putting yourself out there, because you know you're messing it up. Do less. Cry more. Watch friggin' Elf. Watch that. There's so many. Watch that end speech of Scrooged. It'll change your life. Oh my gosh. Bill Murray's like, on that. That Klaus movie is so cute.
Wacko's Wish was very sweet, and I loved it.
What
it's
wish?
The Animaniac Wacko's Wish. It's like an Amazon
I'll watch
Hulu.
that. All right.
It's so sweet. It was like an old school Christmas movie.
Awesome. Into it.
Great.
So, like, zone out and relax and watch movies. Allie, you love watching movies. Do that. Recover. Laugh. Heal your body, please. You're pushing too hard, and you know it. So quit it. Thanks. All right. What else?
Okay. So now I have some fun Christmas stuff. So are there any holiday traditions that you usually do that you're excited to doing in either the same way or in altered ways?
Oh, you're asking me what my holiday tradition is? Well, I always watch, the movies. I got some new ones from this kid that I'm working with, the Arthur Christmas and the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch I liked.
Oh, okay.
Those were new to me, which, okay. And Sam and I are watching, we're watch partying, and then we're doing the 3, 2, 1, watching the movies together.
Cute. I love that.
I love that too. And, and we'll, because it's us, we might watch 2 in a row, and then we'll chat in between or whatever. I have the tree, which I always get. And then I put up stockings. And remember last year
when we all made our little stockings?
Yes, and they were all hanging up. Oh,
that was so cute.
I kept those, and they were with the decorations. I was like, that's the kind of thing. Even the happiest can be sad. I put a picture of Pixie in her, her holiday picture every year. Like, that's happy and sad. That's what it is. And especially all the emotions are going to be times a million this year. So just cry it out, people.
I watched Meet Me in St. Louis last night, and we were listening to the Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is actually perfect for the like eerily perfect for this year. And I was listening to it and just crying, being like, Mom, you have to listen to this. It's so perfect. And just sitting there because it's so sweet. And it's that bittersweet of being it's beautiful anyways, but it's about, we'll muddle our way through somehow this year, and next year, everything will be better, and we'll be able to be with the people who are dear to us. I really feel like I'm inside out, I'm just such a little weepy willow.
Do it. We do this, everybody in bands, we perform a couple of songs. It used to be at Tori's house, and then it got bigger, so then we would do it at the Verity Club, super dressed up, and I'd be singing Ella Fitzgerald Christmas songs and shit like that, even the dirty ones, super funny. And the performing on stage stuff, and all of us together dressed up and performing, I miss that terribly. And I wasn't, I already stopped doing that right before COVID. So it's COVID didn't, I can't blame COVID.
But it's in the gray area where you're almost catch yourself wanting to blame COVID for it.
Totally. Yeah. I actually, COVID is making me making me want to do something about it, which I'm overdue for. But, I picked up the guitar the other night for the first time in forever. Ow, by the way. Ow. That tells you something when you don't even have so that tells me, one, that I'm slowing down. If I'm picking up the guitar, the uke, doing some music stuff, that means I'm slowing down. It's a cue for me. And also, how long I haven't touched them tells me how I've been on overdrive for weeks and weeks. So that was a nice cue, and I think that actually helped slow me down enough to cry out some shit and then feel some relief today. So for what that's worth, but music is such a huge tradition for me at Christmas time. So, and then Sam comes on New Year's Eve. So that's becoming a tradition as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Oh my God. Get up
for your 30-second hug? Is that
20 seconds will release the oxytocin that you need. Yes. Yes.
But maybe just an extra 10 just for good measure.
Oh, yes. Yeah. There's no such thing as too long of a hug with somebody you love. Yeah, for sure. I can't think of any more traditions. That's a fun question, though. Yeah. Fires in the fireplace. Dude, I'm getting fires going before it's even dark outside.
I can't wait. It's just so cozy. And I think we just need that, it's like a hug. Yeah. Everyone needs a hug.
At salt baths during the day, sometimes twice a day. I've been hitting those pretty hard too. Yeah. And I stand by the salt bath big time as a detox tool. Big time. Talk about forcing you to slow down. It's not like it could be tons of activity in the tub. That'd be so weird. So, these things that are soothing on top of deliberately slowing down, I think are just really needed this year. But mostly love from each other. It doesn't have to be your family. If your family sucks, make a new one. Go, I'm about to slip into Bill Murray at the end of Scrooge. If you haven't seen somebody in a while, just give them a call, but you can do that this time of year. You have this free pass to reconnect with people that have been on your mind, and you're oh, it'd be too awkward after all this time to fucking call them up. Christmas time, the holidays, you can do that, and it's not that weird at all. And by the way, who gives a shit if it's weird? You think they're going to be oh, it's really weird that you're calling me. No, they won't answer if it's too
And if
weird,
they do, then
answer.
that's lame. Most people,
Yeah.
most times that someone reaches out to me that I haven't talked to in a while, I'm always like, oh my God. Hey,
I was just
what's
thinking
up?
about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I just think we all need more right now than any of us have to give, kind of. And so I think any small act of love is bravery too.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a little bit brave. And I bet the impact on the other side is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this Allie's been in the shit can and sends cards to all of us. What? That's so awesome. Astrid made. Oh, I almost put. But like, what?
Yeah.
Like, use your creativity to reach out to somebody, and just text them a meme that says "Happy Holidays" or something. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to do it now, but I was playing with this. Did you see the Grinch face that you can do on lives?
No.
I think because you're on, I can't switch into it now, or maybe once you start it, you can't go back. But oh my gosh, I was crying like 5 minutes before we started. I was laughing so hard. It looks so weird with my glasses too. And way better with the glasses.
I think I could turn myself into Shrek.
Oh no, the Grinch is an option, which I'll probably just take a still. What? You're doing it while how are you doing that?
I don't know. I just I saw a filter thing and I can add.
I'm not going to mess with it because I will end up shutting it off or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was having a good time with that Grinch one.
Tip my hat to you.
Weirdo. All right. Do we have another
just if anyone wants to ask a question, but
was it just the Christmas tradition one?
Tradition and then songs and Christmas movies, but I think we kind of
songs. I listened to A Very Special Christmas. You know those compilations, Very Special Christmas? I listened to the third one with the gold cover. Ella Fitzgerald, Happy Holidays. I listened to that shit like crazy. And then that Songs Oh Hi guy, what is it? Mark Kazelnick or whatever. He does a cover of the Pretenders 2,000 Miles. That makes me weep. Oh my gosh. And that and River dude and the Willie Nelson, the paper I can't think of it. But Willie Nelson's one I love, and of course Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Yeah, I fucking love that shit too. So I hit the Christmas music pretty hard. The Muppets Christmas, both the movie and the album. I have the vinyl from when we were kids that I still listen to. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the Muppets Christmas movie, which is awful.
That was the first one I watched. That's one of my favorites.
Does not like puppets, so I never like watched it as a kid. But I think I need to take that into my own hands.
Oh, Olivia, it's so sweet with the rat and Gonzo. You're gonna love it. I wish I want to watch it with you. I want to watch you watch it for the first time. Oh my gosh, it's so darling. That was the first one Sam and I watched.
I can send you a photo of my reaction.
Dude, you'll be bawling for sure.
Hell yeah.
And if you haven't watched Scrooged, you have to watch that one.
I haven't.
See, I would be making you guys watch all these if it were quarantine right now.
I just want to like snuggle myself in the corner of your couch, like in that corner.
Yeah, the beanbags are helping.
Oh my god.
The fire, like when we did that, was that last year? That feels like 5 years ago.
Eating pizza and watching Elf.
Very sweet. I miss that too. See? Happy and sad. It's all of it.
Tender-hearted season.
Yeah, it is. And do not avoid the cry. Let the tears roll. I swear you will feel some relief with it. The fighting with it makes us irritable.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make you real prickly to stuff a cry. So let's not.
And there's something so sweet about the crying over like a Christmas cookie. Like that's so tender and beautiful.
Totally.
And instead of when you like embrace that, it's like that's what Christmas is like. That's what the holidays are about. It's about like love and sharing that and vulnerability and giving.
Yeah. Yeah. See, look what Allie says here. Cried so many times I fight with how much I need. Yeah. Fighting is the problem right now. Man, I mean, I'm fight. Quit fighting. It's so funny. Quit fighting. Allie's a fighter. Like, I mean, no more fighting. Just take care of yourself. Everybody, take care of yourself. And Goddess bless us, everyone. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Please be kind to yourself. You cannot be kind to others if you're not being kind to yourself. And I do think that this time of year is an opportunity to try on being the best version of yourself. The version of yourself that you want to be, that you wish you were all year long. Because that's where we want to be. It's not just at Christmas. We want to be generous and happy and kind to ourselves and able to cry all year long. Many years. That's our lifelong work. And as you learn the emotional intelligence skills, all of it just gets richer and richer. You are the best version of yourself that I've ever seen. And I liked you when you were 13. I mean,
yeah.
And I've watched you bloom in, transitions in life, but something else is going on. It's like the culmination of everything you learned, and now you're applying it, and a lot of it is habitual. Mm-hmm. So you don't even have to fucking remember to do it.
Yeah. I'm not in the same danger that I used to be of like taking so many steps back that I was like back at square one, which hasn't really been true for such a long time. But
Agreed.
But the more you work, the less far back you fall when you do.
Yes. When there's distress, we regress, but you regress less. I'm not even trying to rhyme this. When
I've suddenly woken up into a Christmas episode.
Totally. I mean, I am this close to break it into like song/speech. So let's just go.
Okay.
I will not be doing this next week.
Alrighty.
The picking up and the New Year's Eve and it's not going to work.
Mm-mm.
So I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I might take the next week off after that too, but we'll be in touch.
Well, I'll see you in a year, I guess.
I'll
see you next year.
Everyone, take care of yourselves. Love and laughter from Unorthodox. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to end it again. There we go.
Get in touch with me, Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc, at drjjkelly.com.